I have been hooked on this little game that you may have heard of, Marvel Rivals. It's safe to say that it's revived my interest in the comic characters and even some of the MCU movies. Not all, though, I'm sorry. It's just not a good movie. A character that's particularly taken over my brain is Loki Laufeyson.
Your powers are mine!
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Hi, I'm Ren, a fantasy and fan artist and the creative behind No Vision, and these are my offerings to the God of Mischief. I've been trying to make my sketchbook pages more interesting by drawing characters from different angles, in different poses, and in different clothing. I didn't really do the third one here, but I'm happy with how his face has turned out. Something I have struggled with in the past is consistency in drawing the same character's face from different angles. Usually, they turn out looking like different people, and I wouldn't get their features and proportions quite right. But here, I think I've improved in that department, though there are, of course, other things I'm focusing on improving that I'll talk more about later. I recently watched Loki Season 2, which is what really got me thinking about the character again, and here are my thoughts. It's an enjoyable watch, it's fun, and everyone's performance is great, of course, but I do wish they gave Loki a different path to becoming the God of Stories. I get that the show was another tale of redemption for him, but given that the Loki in the show was just plucked from killing a bunch of people, trying to take over Earth and wreaking havoc in New York, I would want a show that's centered around Loki to be much more mischievous, full of tricks and magic, stuff like that. Him being stuck at the TVA most of the time and not being able to use his magic, and I know that this is what knocks him down a peg and forces him to develop as a person more, but hear me out. Selfishly, I do wish we got to see him up to some more devious shenanigans before becoming selfless. My favorite scene from the whole show has got to be the sequence in Season 2 where Loki and Mobius find Brad living life as an actor, and he gets to use his magic to deceive, intimidate, and capture him. The horns growing from his shadow clones? Peak. I wish we got to see more of that sinister energy, at least in the early transition of I am your ruler, Loki, to I know what kind of god I need to be, Loki. I understand that would require more episodes to smoothly arc his character, but that would be a good thing. I'm tired of shows only getting 6 to 8 episodes. Hire and pay your writers more. I am just thinking wishfully. I did still enjoy the show. I think it was one of the more decent MCU things to come out of Phase 4, aside from WandaVision. The emotional beats where Loki realizes that what he truly wanted all along is acceptance, recognition, purpose, and most of all, to not be alone, was touching. Doesn't excuse murder though, but at least he's turned a leaf now. Better late than never. Quick interruption, if you enjoy my fandom rambling or my art, please like the video and or subscribe to my channel, and a reminder that I have a store where you can get cool stickers. Now back to the video. A technique I've been returning to is hatched shading. It's always been one of my favorite things to do. I prefer it over blending because I like the sketchy, unpolished feel it has. And on top of line work and shading, something I'm focusing on improving is line weight. I'm not a huge fan of this entirely consistent line weight I've got going on here. It's not bad, but it's just not what I'm going for anymore, and I want to aim towards a more varied, dynamic, and again, sketchy style. I did the second page off camera because it was pretty hard drawing while filming, getting different angles, making sure that my hand and my head, honestly, because I hunch over my drawing when I draw, making sure that I wasn't blocking the view of the camera on the sketch at all. That was actually pretty difficult. That's something I need to work on. So honestly, I feel like this page that's a little more creative, a little looser, came out better because I wasn't filming while drawing it. The Loki that I'm drawing now is loosely based off of his Avengers outfit, where he's got the kind of green and black gray leather tunic type of thing going on, but with the helm of Season 2 Loki from the show. I do want to draw him in his different outfits, like the TVA outfit, the season, like the full season 2 getup with the cape and the loose soft clothing. But here what I'm focusing on mostly is my line work. And this one is honestly my favorite doodle of the set. This one is inspired by the All Butcher Loki skin from Marvel Rivals, where it flashes this devilish smile. And this one was another perspective practice, which I struggled with the longest on. This small little drawing over here. I don't know why. I feel like this one does kind of not look quite like the other Lokis I have on this page, facial structure wise. I was just having a hard time drawing from this point of view. And I'm realizing now that I wish I made the horns protrude forward a little more before curving up and backwards. But that's just a post-drawing nitpicky critique. But to compensate or balance it out, I surrounded it with these different strokes going in different directions. That's one of my favorite simple, easy, quick ways to fill in space. And I think it kind of saved that doodle for me. It kind of made me like it a lot more. I'm excited to experiment with different line art styles and perspectives, as challenging as it may be for me. That brings us to the end of the video. Thank you guys, as always, for sticking around. Now get out there and make art. Bye bye!